let's take a look around. Isn't this place beautiful? For those of you that don't know, this is Brighton, on the south coast of England. And I've come out a bit late today on my morning walk because we're in that quiet period between Christmas and New Year where no one really does anything, you know? And as much as I wanted to stick to my schedule, get some work done, it's kind of hard when no one's around, you know, or no one's there to talk to, or your hands are tied because you're waiting on something. Got me thinking, this is an experience I've had many times this year, one of the most valuable experiences. And it's about loosening my grip. Loosening your grip. Very valuable lesson, very incredibly valuable thing to practice. It's the opposite really of being lazy, right? It's the opposite of the laziness problem, not doing enough. And people think they think that's the more pervasive problem, don't they? That people just aren't getting up and doing shit. They're just not working hard enough. Well, I've been there. I've been in a place where I've been working very, very, very hard indeed, and sometimes feels like you're wading against the flow, and the river's made of treacle, you know. And sometimes, no matter what you do, it ends up just taking you to a certain place, regardless. And the irony is that when you loosen your grip, more things tend to happen. More value gets added. You tend to embody your own best self a little bit more. Think of it like this. What's the worst thing possible? What's the worst thing that could happen? The worst thing that could happen is you're not here. You're not alive. You're not here to experience the world around you. That would be pretty bad, right? If you just weren't here. Well, given that we are here, we might as well live. That's what life is. And so, what's life if you're not actually living it? And it sounds trite, but it's also bloody obvious, you know. It's also so obvious, and yet we don't do it. So how do we go about this? Well, me saying it to you is going to have limited efficacy. It's really these moments where we're forced into a state of experience, or forced into a state of not working, forced to loosen our grip, where we realise that we're being knocked around sometimes no matter what we actually do, and we can either fight upstream and just force ourselves into doing it anyway. And that's something I do and still do, and have to find a balance. You know, it's like a skill you have to practice. I've told my uncle who's staying with me, for example, that I'm still on a twice a day workout routine. Hope that's okay with you. I'm off alcohol at the moment, and he's like, yeah, that's cool. You know, I set the foundation, and it's no biggie. But imagine the expectation was different. Imagine if you're out with a group of friends and it's your friend's birthday, and only when you get there do you sort of say, hey, look, I'm not gonna join you in drinking tonight, and that's fine. It's totally you're right to do that. But there's better and worse ways of managing it, right? And so there is a danger in that of always going against the flow and actually doing more harm than good in doing that. Working harder, but actually being less productive in some sense. So it's the art of practice, and I would suggest scheduling free time, doing things that go against your corporate conditioning, doing things that go against what would all be normal in society traditionally. Go out for a walk at 10 a.m. like I have. You know, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen if I don't? I'm going to miss out on all this stuff. I'm not going to be able to record videos for you guys. This isn't work. This doesn't feel like work. This is just something I did on the spur of the moment, and hence the beauty of loosening your grip. Practice it. Put yourself in the situation of doing things out of the ordinary at unordinary times that serve you, that are good for you, that feed the soul, that feed your body, that are healthy. You know, go lift some weights at lunchtime. Break out of that normalization pattern, the corporate control technique. And trust me, it takes a while. It takes years to blow away those cobwebs, and it's a journey very much worth taking. moments where all the good things happen. I hope that was useful, guys. I shall chat to you next time.